There's two ways you can go through and get a 92 overall champion pack for free in the Autumn Classic program. Here's how you do so in the quickest way possible today. Now, Salsa family, and welcome back to another Madden 26 Ultimate Team video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day and a great week so far. And before we get this one started, let's give away a $10 gift card to the first person that comments the player with the highest speed in the Autumn Classic promo. All right, now the two ways we're going through and getting a free champion pack in this game are not your solos, they're not your field pass, they're not even your store. If you go to the event section in Madden Ultimate Team, you'll see a brand new head-to-head event and a CPU event. And these two events in the Autumn Classic promo, they are the pathway to getting a free 92 overall player. Let me explain how these work, because for going through and playing them, you're going to earn something called a turducken token. Now, with that turducken token, you've got multiple uses for it. You can go through and upgrade the welcome pack players, or you can go to your sets tab right here, and this is how you get the free 92 champion. Because for going to your sets tab right here and filtering to the promo Autumn Classic, you guys are going to see there's a 92 overall BND champion fantasy pack. Now, I know we talked about this yesterday, but for putting in 10 of these tokens, you get a free 92 overall player. Brock Bowers, any other 92 in this game, you can pick them. And boys, well, like I was saying, these events are the fastest and the best way possible to go through and get these tokens in this game. Let me explain how each of these work, go over the rewards, because honestly, they're pretty confusing. As you guys can see right here, it says Autumn Classic Epic Choice Packs. What does that even mean? How do you get these done in the fastest way possible? How long do they take? There's honestly a lot to overview when it comes to these events, so let's make sure you fully understand how these work, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you guys which one you want to play, because there's a clear-cut winner here that you got to know. Okay, first things first, when it comes to the Autumn Classic head-to-head event, the first thing you got to know is these rewards, they accumulate. It's not like if you get to tier number 6, you only get the tier 6 reward. As you go through and play this event, you're going to earn everything. So the tier 4, tier 5, and tier 6, that was actually a mistake I made yesterday. So for going through and playing this event, you're going to earn 5 Autumn Classic Epic Choice Reward fantasy packs and 2 of the Rare Choice Reward fantasy packs. Now, out of the Rare token pack, that's simple. You just get 1 turducken token, but out of the Epic Choice Reward fantasy packs, if you go through and pick the turducken plus pack, which is an option you're going to have inside of here, you're going to be earning between 1 and 5 turducken tokens. The way it works is you go through and make that pack pick, and then essentially what's going to happen is it's a pack in a pack. I'll pop it up on the screen right here, but for going through and making your pick, well, you're either going to then receive a pack with 1 token, 3, 4, 5, whatever it may be. It ranges from 1 to 5, and on average, from what I'm seeing, people are going through and getting between 20 to 30 turducken tokens for completing this event and getting up to tier number 6. If you get to a 90,000 battle score, you can assume you're going to be earning between 20 and 30 turducken tokens. I've gotten a bunch of tweets from you guys telling me that over on Twitter, and on the screen right here is even more proof of that shows you, yes, inside of this pack, you're either earning a turducken pack with 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 tokens. Okay, so for going through and completing this event, you're going to be getting between 20 to 30 turducken tokens. That right there is already a free champion 92 pack and your 92 overall player upgraded. But how do you get this event done? Well, let's explain. Because boys, inside of this event, you can play up to 12 games in total. And as you go through and accumulate these exact stats while you're playing, which are fumbles, interceptions, sacks, and touchdowns, you are going to get XP. Now, that XP is going to translate into the rewards as you go through and get your XP number up. If you're able to get 90,000 XP in the 12 total games you play, that means you're getting all the rewards. You're getting the tier 6, tier 5, and tier 4 rewards. So what we're going to do is we're hopefully going to get to tier 6. Now, how do you go through and get to tier 6? Well, here is all the info you got to know. First things first, when you are playing these, as you guys can see, the score is getting high in these games, because what I'm basically doing as I get into this game is I'm not trying to score touchdowns. First drive of the game, I'm letting my opponent sack me, I'm letting my opponent force fumbles, and then what's going to happen is if you find someone who's nice, which for me, I'm 2 for 2 on that, you're basically just going to go back and forth grinding stats. Now, important things to note, you're only going to get credit with points for up to 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, 5 sacks, and 5 touchdowns. To get Madden 26 Ultimate Team coins for your account at the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use the promo code SWIFT to save an additional 8% on your order. So as you guys will see in my games right here, typically I'm scoring between 4 and 5 touchdowns, I'm getting my sacks, I'm getting my interceptions, I'm getting my fumbles, and I've been earning, well, I'm at 17k XP, so I'm earning about 8,000 XP per game, and that puts me in a perfect situation because we get to play 12 games in total. 8 times 12 is 96k XP. That is the exact amount I would need to go through and win this. Now, a couple other things to note, you can also quit out of these games. So for me personally, once I get my like 8 to 9k XP in the game, I'm literally just quitting out and I'm still getting my XP progress. That is critical to know. You don't need to chew the clock. You can basically just farm stats with your opponent and then quit out. Now, another important thing to note, if you get the win, I think you get 2,000 additional XP free. So if you happen to get the W, yeah, sure, it could be worth it. But for me, I just need my 8K per game, and I'm putting myself in the perfect situation. Now, I know this mode is weird, it's janky, but on average, it's probably going to be about 20 minutes per game, which that's not particularly quick. Like, you got to go through and spend 220 minutes in total to get all 12 of these games completed. That's not a short amount of time, but if you go through and do one of these per day, you're putting yourself in a nice situation. This event is going all the way until December the 3rd. You actually got a good bit of time to get this done. Okay, option number 2, we got the CPU event right here, and the CPU event is really good in its own right, because for going through and playing this event, if you win 10 games, essentially for winning 10 games, you're going to get the Autumn Choice Rare Pack right here. You're going to get an Autumn Choice Rare Pack in level 5 and an Epic Pack in level number 5. So on average, you're probably going to be getting somewhere between 4 and 7 tokens, because you're going to go through and get the 2 guaranteed tokens out of the 2 rare packs, and then you get that 1 Epic Choice Pack, which again, that's giving you between 1 and 5 tokens. So on average, you're going to be getting about 5 tokens every single time you go through here, and boys, it's quick. You got to win 10 games, but it's taking you about 5 minutes per win. So let's say it's about 50 minutes to go through and win these 10 games, and boys, I'm not even going to read this description. EA kind of getting creative with these. You can read the description. It's wild. And this option is obviously the easier option. You're probably not going to lose these games. These games are pretty easy, and I will say this, don't score a touchdown with just 1 second left, because if you lose these, your progress is going to reset. So score at least a couple seconds before these games end. But for me, I was just chewing clock, and the first few I played, just kicking a field goal. And as you get further along, you're going to start off by losing these, but they start in the 3rd quarter, which is amazing. So you probably got to score a touchdown, get a stop, and then kick a field goal to win the game with no time left, and that'll beat most of these. And yeah, like I said, with chew clock on, it's probably only taking you about 5 minutes per game. That means you're in for about 50 minutes per run. So it's about 50 minutes to get 5 tokens in the CPU event. For the head-to-head event right here, it's about 220 minutes, which I know that's long. It could be quicker if you grind the stats quicker, and then that's going to be giving you about 25 tokens. Now, on a minutes to token basis right here, boys, if we're comparing one versus the other, the head-to-head event is actually going to be the move. You get 25 tokens for 220 minutes versus 5 tokens for 50 minutes. You're actually getting a better tokens to minutes ratio in the head-to-head event. Now, not to mention, I believe if you go through and you get to the max level, I also think you're going to be getting an event token. Now, this is one that I could be wrong on. I don't know if you need to get 12 wins and not lose any games to get the token, or if you just got to go through and complete this event to get the token. But from what I'm seeing, I know there's a token that's also getting given out for the head-to-head event. Okay, now final recommendation, what should you guys be doing right here? In my personal opinion, I think both are kind of worth it. I'm probably going to get both done at least one time. That's going to give me a good number of tokens. But if you go through and get the head-to-head event done just one time, you get to tier 9 just one time, you're getting about 20 tokens. That's enough to basically sustain you for the entire promo. You can upgrade a card to the maximum from your welcome pack, and you can get a free 92 champion pack. But if you're watching this video are thinking to yourself, damn, I don't know if I can commit the amount of time for the head-to-head event, or I don't know if I want to risk this, because if you go through and maybe get into a game with someone and they quit out immediately, well, you just won't get any stats, so you won't get any points, and then you'd really be behind the 8 ball, which would suck. So really, to be honest with you, either of these are worth it. I'm going to say I prefer head-to-head, but both of these should be grinded, and these are really the number one thing to be playing in this game. It's better than playing online, it's better than playing your solos, it's better than really grinding anything else in mud. These events right now are critical. If you're an offline player, grind the offline one. If you're an online player, grind the online one. And if you're somewhere in between like myself, I would also recommend you do the online one, just because of the fact that you can go through and get such good rewards. Now, obviously, if you don't go through and get to tier number 6, that would suck, and you would still be getting some decent stuff, but you're not getting as great rewards, because if you only go through and get to tier 5, it's 2 epics and 2 rares. You're probably better off realistically grinding CPU if you end there. But yeah, boys, that is everything you need to know when it comes to getting a free 92 overall pack. I know these events are confusing, these events are weird, but I did want to explain them in today's video, because I know a lot of you will probably have questions about this, and this is realistically the number one thing to note in this game. Now, if you enjoyed today's video and you want to see kind of a more holistic guide to the Autumn Classic promo, I dropped that yesterday on my channel. I'm going to pop it up on my face right here. If you're interested, click that video, and until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya.